Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're doing well. This is the HaloDoctor for another Halo Puzzles video. In this episode we'll be looking at Strongholds, C9 against Sentinels. We're on Recharge and this is one of the few games in which C9 beat Sentinels at Kansas City 2022. So we're going to be looking at this play from Penguin to start with. He kills Frosty over here by the double or triple stacks, whatever you want to call them, however accurate you're feeling. And he's going to go for this camo. I like how he checks the angle there from Mangler before he grabs it. And we're just going to watch out this camo play. I'm going to pause the video at a certain point, and you're going to think about what you would do in Penguin's situation. So great play from here. They know he was at battery box, so he moves out with his camo. Puts a couple shots in there, top gold. Really should kill Frosty there. That was kind of funny. I don't think the Commando is the best weapon against one-shot players, in my opinion. And we're going to pause the video there. So if you could please pause with me and have a think about what you would do here in Penguin's situation. What would you do? So what does he do? He chooses to drop down onto Frosty, hoping to get the kill initially and then to get the reset. I wonder if you chose to do the same thing. Royal 2 hops in the Stronghold because the Stronghold doesn't reset automatically if you hop in and get the trade. It just stays where it was, so Royal 2 finishes that off nicely. Eco then jumps in, gets a flip and knows to pre-aim up at bat ledge in that situation. I love that. I think that's so great. So, in this situation, what would you do if you were Eco? So please pause with me now. If you've seen a couple of my videos now, guys, please do subscribe. It's super helpful for the channel. Also encourages me to make more content. Okay, let's see what Eco does and see if it matches up with what you were thinking. So he spots the grapple on the ground and he grapples back up to bat ledge. I think that's just a great little play there, showing awareness and highlighting the importance of using equipment. Puzzle number 3, we are on board with Renegade. We're going to see Renegade get a really nice double kill now. Here we go. One on Lethal, then another one on Royal 2. What should Renegade do in this situation? That is the question. Pause the video now. What would you do? Alright, let's have a look, see what Renegade does.
Renegade gets a double kill, earns himself a sword because of it, and Sentinels once again are on the ropes.
Renegade's so quick to recognize the situation. Sentinels send 2 straight through mid to try to pinch him from Whirlpool, but Renegade.
So that's a super instructive play from Renegade there. What he did is that he chose to rotate to control and then over to C, so that Sen don't spawn C. He's aware that Eco and Stella just died in that prior clip fighting for B. And rather than give his own life up too for the B hold, instead he rotates to tower, which controls spawns. It stops Sentinels spawning at C. He fires a few warning shots over towards top gold as well, making Frosty think twice about dropping down. This is almost like hedging his bets, just in case Sentinels do cap B. What he's doing is he's getting C to maintain a double hold advantage for C9. So the main concept we are focusing on here is that he chooses to not fight for B, where Stella just died and Eco just died in Whirlpool, but instead get an easier stronghold at C whilst controlling spawns and keeping Sentinels stuck in that B side of the map. The glass ender long haul, orange pipes, that kind of area. It's also just easy points, isn't it? We're going to hop on board with Royal 2 for Sentinels in a mo for Puzzle 4 because they have a really good little portion of the game. Renegade kills Frosty there, Royal 2 turns around and destroys Renegade's face. But basically the question we're going to ask ourselves is, what should Royal 2 do now, taking into consideration everything that's going on the map? What would you do in this situation? Please pause the video now. And let's have a look.
Still in the hands, and more importantly, they were able to get that sword out of Renegades. Sentinels now stealing back control. They're in the driver's seat right now, despite being down by points.
Royal 2, he'll connect. He'll go down, but the timing of his play was massive because Frosty slipped away with Cambo. So at the very least, Sentinels, they have something to work with here. Eco spotted up elevator. Frosty will ping it. Scott Stellar here in the headlights as well. Can he go for the challenge on it? Bit of a dangerous play to do so. You got to love the awareness here out of Frosty. Does not want to make himself
So I love what Royal 2 does in this instance. It's a really great portion of the game which secures some control for Sentinels for a little while, and he sits at an angle from which C9 aren't able to see him on overhang, so he backs Stella down first, who's top glass, and then he watches over top gold with his shock rifle. Knowing that he has the sword is key in this instance, because otherwise I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be baiting the A-hold in the same way and leaving that spawn kind of open, really. Essentially, he knows that he can rush in there with a sword if he needs to, and he also recognises that camo is up, so he's watching over Golden B for drop downs and leaving A open, which can distract C9 from the power up, the camo, by dangling a rather juicy A objective in front of them. Now that was a really great play, but it all hinged on the fact that he had the sword in his back pocket. Okay, good ladies, good gentlemen, we're on to the last puzzle now, puzzle number 5. We're on board with Lethal here. Sentinels are in fact in the lead at this point, but how does C9 close out this game? Well, a little bit of a whiffed shot there from Lethal, and again, and that cross-shotting from Eco just does the boy in. Alright, so now it's 4 up for C9, 2 down for Sentinels. Quality play from Frosty there, that's just shouldn't be happening. Ridiculous. That was really clever out of C9. They sort of used the camo as a bait there. They knew that if Sentinels weren't going for a hill, they'd be going for the power-up. Easy to collapse upon with all 4 of them alive and only 2 of Sentinels alive. Very nice. So it's now 215 to 148 in favour of C9. That's the importance of slays. Stella is on screen right now. Renegade is in control. You can't actually see that, so I'm giving you that information. What, in your opinion, should C9 do to try and keep hold of this trip cap, or at least keep hold of 2 strongholds minimum? And what should Stella do personally? What should his tact be from that position? Have a think about that now. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Wonderful. Now let's see the rest of this game out. See what C9 do and see what Stella does individually.
Finally, they're able to ice out from him.
Even though he dies, it gives Sentinels some time to get back to
So I think Stella used a grapple there to get the sword really quickly.
You can see Sentinels have A, 227 counts in those C9. They still have coverage.
Awkward, misses a jump there.
Sentinels make a move. Roll 2 over on B, Lethal down below. Lethal alone for this, so he's got to get out.
Chilling out with Renegade in tower there. Stopping Lethal pushing through to C at all. Finishes off Lethal. Now again they've got a huge numbers advantage. Renegade putting great fire over on B from there as well. Stella turns back. And there we go. They close out the game. So let's bring it back. So there you have it. C9's plan was to force Sentinels to try to recapture B, which is very difficult to do, particularly with Renegade in tower. And Stella's plan was to go to C, acquire the sword, and stop Sentinels spawning anywhere near control or C, forcing those pipe spawns. That's what happens with spawns. The enemy spawns pretty much on the opposite side of the map from where you are. And then Stella's plan was to help Renegade hold control room and also to cross-map the Sentinels players as they were dropping down into B. Sounds very simple, but it's actually a really sophisticated method of spawn control which won C9 the game. So there you have it. I wonder if that's something you were thinking about, and if not, hopefully that helped. If you've watched this video all the way through and you're thinking, okay, lovely, but is this really going to help my Halo? Then I would say to you, yes. But watch my introduction video to Halo puzzles, which is in the top left right now, to find out why it's going to help your Halo. Finally, if you liked this video at all or learned anything whatsoever, please do destroy that like button. And please do comment down below if you've seen any similar situations to what we've covered in these puzzle videos pop up in your games and all that jazz. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Happy Halo, and we'll see you in the next one.